Boston!
Welcome to Boston. I got no makeup on.
Place. Ramen or something. Wow. Fucking hot. Hocus Pocus house, guys. Hocus Tist, Pocus Tist. Yes. catch me in that. Final destination over there, and Toy Story over here.
He sets it on my desk and then he picks it up and sets it in.
So we drove from, I flew to Boston. My mom and I picked up a rental car. We drove to Boston, or like from the airport. Then we drove to Salem, and now we're in Cape Cod. And we just returned the rental car at the tiny airport, and hopefully we can sleep soon.
For breakfast cannoli?
¿Por qué no? We have this whole shower. when there's too many good places to sit.
You kicked him out of the house. I call him the unicorn. Because you never fucking see him, you know? I see it.
Classic Cape Cod porta potty.
It was a nice beach afternoon.
It was so good. Thank you, Cape Cod.
Thank you,
Guys, I'm finally trying daily provisions. And it took a really long time to get here, so this ice is melted and feels a little weird, but she looks really good. I'm excited. It's a little cold, but the coffee and the bagel are really good. Oh, I don't want to be back in New York. I want to be back in Cape Cod, but I gotta get my life together today. Hey. So I got back from Cape Cod last night. Drew drove the whole way. We did hit some construction, so instead of 4 hours, it ended up being like a little over 5-hour drive, which was amazing. But we did it. Drew's a trooper for that. It took him way longer to get there, which was unfortunate. But I've been journaling a lot this morning and reflecting a lot. I got home last night and I just realized, like, my cup was so full. I think the water, like, my favorite thing in the world is being on a boat. And so getting to go on Anna Peter's boat, because they are so generous. All weekend they're so generous. But that was amazing. Highlight. The beach, obviously, being like 3 minutes from the beach, looking in the little shops, and also just staying at their beautiful house. We had the whole basement to ourselves, and their backyard was so gorgeous. I'm sure I put a bunch of clips in here, and it was just so relaxing and beautiful. And yeah, I don't know, I've just been reflecting a lot. We got back to Harlem last night. We did find parking pretty easily, but as soon as we stepped out, it was like, it's trash day, and it just was the most disgusting smell. It was like death and trash, and like, it just feels dirty here in New York sometimes. It doesn't really matter where you are, and like, sometimes it can feel a little sketchy at night, and like, I don't really fear for my safety very much, definitely less than in San Francisco, but I don't know, the juxtaposition of New York City versus Cape Cod, and I don't really love the idea of a small town vibe like Cape Cod was, but there is something to be said about like leaving their keys in their expensive ass cars and like not worrying about it, just kind of a little bit jarring maybe, but it's just like cause for reflection. And being on unemployment and stuff, I just don't want to have to worry about money like that, you know? And that's a privilege to say, but I think I'm gonna put in my notice at the shed and do this other immersive thing with some old coworkers because they're hiring, and it's 8 shows a week, baby. So it is life consuming. It's one day off. I've thought about it a lot. And I do have to cancel. I had an audition tomorrow. I had to cancel. I had a shoot on Thursday. I had to cancel, which sucked. I don't like bailing on people. That's not me. But they have a couple days notice. I'll be able to find someone else. And, you know, got my shifts covered for this weekend. I have to bail on a birthday party. I have to bail on a wedding, which sucks. Because I do want to show up for the people I love also. But I do think this is, like, important. It's not just about money, but it's just about, like, freedom to me. And, you know, maybe we're going to go back to being a little bit of a hustler just to have some breathing room, and we'll reevaluate. But it is a really fucking cool thing that I want to be a part of, and I'll get to see my friends again, and we're going to see how it goes. So, yeah, feeling really full from Cape Cod. Really love the water, the quiet energy, the community, being with my mom on her birthday. Just being able to have that time out was really, really nice. And I love New York, and I love being back here and being close to Broadway and stuff. And to be able to do cool shit like this job. So, yeah, collecting more data points. We'll update you.
Yeah, like this is like
Lake lights on you, Troy. She bloomed. Good morning. That's my very last of my leftovers. I have to get groceries tomorrow. So I took a job. I've been working really long hours. I'm on day 7 or something of 12-hour days. One of them was a 14-hour day. And yesterday was only a 9-hour day. So this week we're working mostly 9-hour days and a couple 12-hour days. But it's really cool. It's nice having money. Well, soon to have money again. And then also day before yesterday, I took a pretty high profile background gig in Midtown Manhattan, and it was cray. Like, the paparazzi showed up pretty early on. It was all exteriors, and the crowds were on all 4 sides of us. We were outside, and like it was like 95 degrees and humid yesterday. It was miserable. I was in a blazer and heels, and you girl doesn't wear heels. I wear barefoot shoes, and to stand in heels for 12 hours was ungodly, as well as the heat and being in the blazer. I mean, I could do one, but both was tough. But yeah, no, the paparazzi being super aggressive, like sneaking on set constantly, and like it just was wild, like hitting extras like with their cameras, and like the crowds of people with just phones, like being on that side of the cameras. Like I have so much so much sympathy for celebrities. Like, I don't care what you say, that shit is not cool. It's very overwhelming, and like imagine trying to work like that, and they're dealing with that every single day on set. Like, that's cuckoo bananas. So yeah, that was wild. I'm pretty tired. I've just been pretty much trying to sleep when I have time and when I'm home. But I gotta get groceries tomorrow and do laundry at some point, because we're in tech, and so we have to wear all black pretty much every day. And I own a lot of black, but yeah, still gotta get my life together. I'm looking forward to normal hours next week. That's my life update.
Coffee check. Cheers. Oh, oops. I'm so sorry. Sorry, vlog. I hit you. Out of the way.
Boyer's Catholic and in
Do you feel like the priest in Fleabag?
Excuse me, that's my role. You're confessing. Is everyone gonna strip for every hole?
The Phantom can't steal you away anymore. How sad. Hi.